Alright, you might have noticed Navi turning green there for a second. What that means is that you can play Scarecrow's song there. In case you didn't already know, if you go to Lake Halea as a child, there's this Scarecrow there that you can play a song to. We'll turn that into Scarecrow's song. And then you can play Scarecrow's song anytime where a Scarecrow would appear. And then you can hookshot over to it and maybe get the hearts there, or some gold spiders. I personally didn't get Scarecrow's song in this playthrough. It's not really that important. More of these monsters, well, at least they're fitting in the Shadow Temple. It kind of makes sense that you'd be fighting a skeleton. This is actually a nice ship. I wonder how much this would set you back. Like, is there any way for me to just take this and plunder it and take it out of the dungeon? Maybe I could take it around Lake Halea or something. Uh-oh, I have only a quarter of a heart left and only one berry. As I get further and further through the game, having only 3 hearts becomes a bigger and bigger restriction. Because towards the beginning of... What? He didn't grab onto that ledge? Oh jeez. So now not only have I just wasted my fairy, but I didn't even make it across. So now I have to face those skeleton enemies again with no fairy. I don't understand that. He's grabbed onto ledges that are more difficult before. Why couldn't he grab to that? I have to wonder, were these skeletons formerly people? Like, were there actually people and all their flesh and stuff rotted off and they turned into skeletons? What were they doing? Were they guarding the ship from intruders like me? Maybe they were pirates or something. Maybe they had interesting lives. How do you even get a ship inside here anyway? Was there someone who was constructing a ship inside of this Shadow Temple? Doesn't that just seem a little excessive in terms of cost? Like, with Ganondorf sitting there saying, you gotta have this ship in here. Or was there somehow a way that maybe they brought a ship from the outside and put it in here? Oh, look at that, he just fell off. That makes things easy for me. No, I don't even really want to defeat these enemies, I just want to survive against them. Oh geez, so now I have only 1 heart left, so one more hit like that and I'm done for. Alright, I'm not sure if there's another way to blow up these bombs or to get the other side. I've heard maybe you can use regular arrows to do it, or that you can use a Scarecrow song, like I mentioned before, to generate a Scarecrow that'll allow you to hookshot over. But personally, I've always just used the fire arrows. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's anything I can do over here, so I guess I should just go back. Oh, why didn't he grab on there? I've seen him grab on to some ledges where he was actually under the ledges. He like just nudged up just a little. So this one should be pretty easy for him to get. Maybe if I use the hover boots, I'll be able to reach it. But that didn't work either. He was even lower than before. So I can't go in there. That's a locked door and I don't have a key. And I don't see anything to grapple onto either. Maybe if I use the lens of truth, there's some invisible platforms there that I can go across. Nope, no invisible platforms. Alright, so what's the deal? How do I get back? I don't want to just fall and die. Look at that, he should be able to grab on like he always does. Why is this one ledge the exception that he can't grab onto? That's it? He just had to jump up and grab onto that? So he can jump up that much in order to grab onto a ledge, but he couldn't grab onto it before. Oh jeez, just such a simple solution like that. It's just right in front of you, but sometimes I miss it. Okay, so anyway, I've got to fight off all these enemies, and I only have one heart and no fairy. I forgot how much damage they do exactly, but it could be that one hit from any of these guys and I'm done for. Seem to be doing alright so far. I'm not dead yet. Alright, it's a good thing I used the lens of truth. If that enemy hit me, I might be over. You know that old saying, you didn't even know what hit him? That's what would have happened to me. Alright, sounded like I got all three there. I couldn't see him, but I heard him. Alright, so if you remember that ledge I was temporarily stuck on where I shot the fire arrow to destroy the statue, it had a locked door, so that key is going to come in handy. In fact, I'll probably need it in order to proceed with the game. But there's still one thing I don't have, and that's the boss key. Now this monster, I don't know exactly what it's called, but as you can see it splits into 3 parts. And it seems like, with the exception of that invisible one, there was always just that one part that managed to escape. It'd really be a lot easier for me if they just stayed in one place so I could get them. Alright, so that part is kind of giving you a hint. The only way to get through this part is with Din's fire. You can't do it with fire arrows, you can't do it with bombs. It's kind of interesting that those re-deads can be burnt. I wonder if fire arrow would burn them. Huh, so Din's fire burns them, but fire arrow doesn't. What, is the fire arrow not hot enough? I noticed that re-dead died in only 2 hits, and normally it takes 4, so the Din's fire must have been the equivalent of 2 hits with the Master Sword. I guess it's because of the burning, it does extra damage. I'm not sure exactly how that works. You know, sometimes, like when those flying, flaming bats attack me, I lose extra damage because I'm burning. I guess the same thing happens with the enemy. Oh, that time I got a completely different monster hand thing, but I didn't get the 3 I was aiming for. Oh, I've already been in that room. That's where I got the... I think I got the key there. The small key, not the boss key. Have I been in here? Alright, I don't think I've been in here before. So technically I already have the key and the boss key. I probably have everything I need to finish the game, but I don't want to leave any room unchecked. Maybe there's something valuable here too. A berry would really be nice. Oh jeez, I should be able to do this. I want to get this before it expires. That's just some arrows. Well, actually I could only hold one more arrow, so I guess it wasn't that important after all. Might as well get this gold spider while I'm here. It probably isn't important, and I don't think it's something crucial to the game, but since I'm in this room already, I'm kind of curious as to what's in that last, you know, I guess skull pod is what you'd call it. Yeah, what is that? Is that a giant skull pod? Oh, give me some rubies. I'm actually close to nearing the maximum, 500 rubies. That's the most that the giant wallet will let you carry. could really use another fairy right now. I'm going in to face the boss. Or at least I think I am, because I have the regular key and I have the boss key. I can't think of anything else I need. Uh-oh, no fairies. At least not yet. They usually have a fairy, like, right outside the boss door. Okay, some more invisible platforms. Pretty good thing I used the hover boots there. Come on, why does it just force you to walk into that pit? I wasn't even controlling that. Link just walked on his own. Hey, that's kind of funny. Even during the cutscene, the hover boots activate. Well, it doesn't even really look like they're making him hover. He's just kind of following like usual. Is that the enemy that threw me around and came out of the well? And I guess that enemy threw Sheik around then too. Now come to think of it, I never saw the enemy. All I saw was a shadow, but it looks like this is the only invisible boss. All you can see is its hand, so I guess I'd have to assume this is it. Alright, got him a few good hits there. I think I was too far away when I hit it, so I didn't get a chance to deliver any actual damage. Oh, why didn't that hurt its hand? Oh geez, I only have one heart now. Right, so at least I got it in one hit that time. Oh geez, oh geez. Okay, I just sidestepped out of the way. I'm so cautious because I don't want it to ram me that I end up hitting it while it's far away, but then I can't do much damage. Again, just being really cautious. I don't want to take the risk of it ramming into me. Oh, jeez. Oh, what? That's it. No fairies, no nothing. So, this is actually the first time in the game that I'm actually died. I've got no fairies. No, but this is actually... I'm actually okay with this. I mean, at least I didn't die to something stupid. At least it was like an actual boss, an actual challenging boss that beat me. It wasn't something silly like that laser eye thing. Okay, so that's it. I just lost there, but it's okay because I can just continue the game and pick up where I left off. So you've probably already seen me go through this area if you watch my previous videos. Well, actually, in this current video, you've seen this part with the ship, so I'm just fast-forwarding through this. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures, right? So this is kind of like sudden death now. Things have gotten serious. So I have the most powerful sword, the big Goron sword, so I should be able to take out the boss pretty quickly. But at the same time, I only have 1.5 hearts, so 2 hits and I'm done for. And in addition to that, my inventory isn't all that great. I don't have many arrows. I could have left and got out and bought some fairies, but I don't want to bother doing that. That's going to take too much time. Of course, it'd take even more time if I lost again. Alright, let's see what I can do. I really gotta be careful. Uh-oh. This is not good at all. One more hit and I'm dead. Again. I can't lose twice to the same guy, right? There we go, finally I got both of the hands. Yes, I got 2 of the jumping slashes with the big Goron sword. So that's the equivalent of 4 slashes with the Master Sword, right? No, wait, it's the equivalent of 8, because each one of those slashes, jumping slashes, is like 4 regular slashes. And then I just slashed them twice again. So that's the equivalent of 16 regular slashes with the Master Sword. Or 32 with the Kakariko sword. Oh jeez, this is really worrying me. Because I've shown I'm not invincible, I can die. You know, I wonder how I should finish him off. Should I use the Master Sword? On second thought, I want this to really hurt. I want him to feel that. Yeah, that's for tossing around me and Sheik and beating me. That's what you get. Alright, so finally, I defeated this enemy. You know, if you want to think about it, you could say I originally fought him back at the well, so in a sense I lost to him twice. But finally, I got the better of him. Alright, now like he's melted. Yeah, look at that pool of shadows. That's what he looked like originally around the well. So I think it was the same guy. Or not even a guy, just a monster. I don't even know what to call this thing. Okay, that heart container is getting more and more tempting every time. I could really use more hearts, but you know, that's the 3 heart challenge. I'm not gonna take it. So if you've been watching my previous video, when I beat the Fire Temple, because the King Goron guy, I forgot his name, presumably he went to face the dragon, and then right after that he becomes a sage. The theory I came up with is that when the characters die, if they're really great and noble, they become sages, sort of like becoming angels after you die. A similar concept. So I guess You know, again, I'm just speculating, but I guess my theory is that Sheik died too somehow. How did that happen? Like, did Ganondorf eventually catch up with Zelda and Sheik, and that's when... Because I was looking all throughout the game, you know, as a child. I could not find Zelda anywhere. I couldn't find Impa either. I'm assuming they were together. Why doesn't she give me any information on Zelda? That's what I really want to know. Like, where were you in the past 7 years? Okay, so I just finished the Shadow Temple. I got the Shadow Medallion. And now I only have one temple left to go through. But before I do that, I just want to get some equipment. It's time to put those 477 rubies to good use. So actually now, in case you're wondering, you have to go through parts of the Big Goron trading sequence. See my previous videos if you haven't done that and you're curious about it. But if you go through enough of the Big Goron trading sequence, then you can buy ultimate potions from her, which restore both your life and your magic. So I'm just doing that to restore my 2.5 hearts. It's about as much as I'd pay by buying 3 hearts anyway. So I definitely want to get some fairies. Those really come in handy. I could probably use some more arrows too. I might as well get some Deca Nuts while I'm here.